NYPD, open up.
Arrest me, daddy.
Oh my
Damn, I was doing that like off camera.
See, they're able to do that type of stuff because it is probably established that there is no sexual tension between the two of them. So they could basically say whatever they'd like to each other. They could act sexual in front of each other jokingly because they know Jeff is not going to take it the wrong way. Tana's not going to take it the wrong way. Today we're reacting to Tana Mojo, Jeff WITTEK. We know they're not dating. Everybody knows it. We know that they never have dated. Why are we here today then? To learn something. To learn from two buddies, two pals. To see their chemistry, their banter, and see if you could take anything from it into your own relationship. We know that they're good friends. We know that they've been good friends for a while. We know that they have great chemistry. What is that little spark that they have that makes magic between the two of them? And how can you replicate that in your own friendships and also your own relationships? And if you want me to react to any videos, listen, I need videos to react to. I'm putting out 3 videos a week at least. Go into my Discord. The link is in the description. There's a little channel called Video Ideas. If you just put your suggestions in the comments, it's gonna be hard for me to remember who wants me to do what, but when it's all in the Discord and I could go to it, I could look at it, I could see who has the most upvotes, that gives me a nice little list to see who I should react to. Also, I have a free course on how to be an amazing conversationalist. It teaches you how to have conversation with anybody you want, your crush, people that you're in business with, your friends. Get that link in the description or the QR code. You just put in your credit card information to sign up for a free trial of Skillshare for a month. Right after you sign up for the trial, just cancel the trial and you'll get my class for free. Sign up for the trial, cancel the trial, get my course for a month for free on Skillshare, link in the description, QR code. That's it. Let's get to the video.
The reason we kissed is because I'm blind. That's a pretty funny joke.
Jeff WITTEK only kissed me because he's blind. That is an amazing title. I might have
blind
to
and
steal
brain damaged.
That makes so much sense. No, but you're sober now. That's what I was saying.
That's what I love about you. So you could be self-deprecating like that.
Already, just from the jump, I love that little compliment that Jeff gave to Tana, because in every relationship, and this is so important, in every relationship, there needs to be some sort of intention communicated between the two of each other. So what does intention actually mean? If you're interviewing for a job, what is the intention? That I want to work for this company, right? And the other person says, you could potentially be hired by us, right? If you're dating, what is the intention? I want to get into a relationship with you, or I see enough potential in you to want to see you again. These things need to be communicated to each other. If you're making a new friend for the first time, you don't just talk to them and then be like, hey, so what's your number? It doesn't make sense to the person. They go, well, why are they asking? You want to make a statement of intention to every new relationship that you start, and it could be anything. It could even be as simple as just saying, I feel like you and me are gonna make friends. We should get together sometime. That little comment puts into the person's head, oh, okay, this person wants to make friends with me. They want to see me again. Why am I bringing this up when Jeff complimented Tana? Because Jeff didn't make a statement of intention, but he did say something that two new friends should do with each other. And it is expressing your interest in one another. And not just your interest, but your specific interest in that person based on what your interests are. Now, remember what he just said. Let's actually just back up and hear it.
No, but you're sober now. That's what I was saying.
That's what I love about you. So you could be self-deprecating like that.
You're sober.
All right. What was Jeff actually saying to Tana right there? He says, I value people that are able to make fun of themselves, that don't take themselves too seriously, likely because he doesn't meet a lot of people like that. And when he does, that's really exciting to him and he wants to spend more time with them. This is what he's saying to Tana, because he's saying, I like you as a person. You're the type of person that I want to spend more time with. This is so necessary at the beginning of making friends with somebody or dating. And the reason is because it's two people saying, I like you. That builds trust, that builds interest in one another and appreciation and respect. It's gonna make that person feel more comfortable around you as well, because when you give an authentic, real compliment based on your values and interests, that person goes, oh, this person actually likes me. So I don't have to put up a wall anymore. And I found in dating and in friendships, so often people are doing the opposite. They're building up walls between each other in hopes that it's like, oh, you're gonna see how tough I am. And then you're gonna be like intimidated by me and think I'm some like really important person because I don't show you any interest. And then I'm going to like respect you more and wanna be around you and wanna vie for your attention. That is not how it works. That brings people apart. That makes dating hard. I know this because I used to do it, guys. In my teens, in my early 20s, I used to play that game and it just made life harder. The other thing is I realized I don't care about making people think that I'm some intimidating, cool person. I used to because I thought that's what it took. But when I realized, wait a second, can I just make friends and date the people I want without having to do that? Can I just make friends and date the people I want while just like having a good time with them? And when I realized, yes, that's possible, I abandoned all that old shit and I invested so hard into what I call the best friend dynamic, which is basically just treat everybody you meet as though they were your best friend. Because why is that? You are your most confident, you're your most authentic and most comfortable and relaxed around your best friend. And when you treat somebody like that, when you treat somebody really relaxed, when you tease them a little bit, when you compliment them, when you really show a lot of interest in them and eye contact and you're able to joke around with them the same way you joke around with your best friend, that automatically puts them into a headspace where they're feeling that. They're feeling like, oh, wow, I'm like feeling this natural chemistry with this person. And then they take their walls down. They get more vulnerable. They trust you more. And that enables the two of you to connect even deeper. The more deeply you connect, obviously, the stronger the friendship. So that's why I commented right there on Jeff, because that is the beginnings of a really good friendship. And this video was, I don't know when it was recorded, 2 years ago. So I'd say like right around the beginning of their bestie era.
You're sober now though, when we're talking about new life paths. Have you always been sober? No.
I mean, what is even sober, you know? What, you know?
Oh, is this a secret?
No, I mean,
I
don't touch alcohol.
Okay, so do you see what Tana just did? She did exactly what I'm talking about. Best friend dynamic. Another part of the best friend dynamic is you don't beat around the bush. You don't play like polite for polite sake with people, because the biggest reason why people play too polite with somebody that they just meet is not to offend anybody, but it's so you don't get rejected or judged for maybe saying something wrong. Like being scared that the person's gonna go, why would you say that to me? Why are you, I don't want to talk. But listen, when you treat somebody like your best friend, it makes them feel so comfortable to be around you. So if we look at it, what did Jeff do? Instead of directly answering the question, he kind of beat around the bush a little bit. I think he was about to go into a whole spiel about drinking, but the first little part of the answer Tana noticed wasn't direct. So she goes, oh wait, are we not talking about this? Right? That's what two best friends would say. We're completely honest with each other. She's not forcing him to say anything, but she is prying a little bit. She does want to get to really know the real Jeff.
Yeah. One time we left my friend's penis in the video on Patreon.
I believe it. I do like the same thing on OnlyFans, like subscription videos, and I leave it all fucking in there. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's dope. Like comedy mixed with a little nudity.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have two OnlyFans. One where I'm just a blatant whore, and then one where it's like a weekly video, and it's like a vlog of the crazy shit that happens in my life. Okay. I might make you put your dick on it after this, actually. Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
My mom watches all my videos now, everything I do.
She
my mom
does.
searches it up. Yeah.
That's honestly really cute.
So far, what I'm seeing between the two of them, aside from probably other things that are a little more significant and substantial in their relationship, the one attractors for Jeff and Tana is their deviant sense of humor, right? So they are comfortable making kind of fucked up jokes. And not a lot of people, especially in LA, I lived there for almost 10 years. People in LA are a little soft compared to the East Coast. And I think when these two can find each other and feel comfortable, especially when it's the opposite gender, it makes it even more significant, because you don't usually make opposite gender friends, right? And when you find somebody that feels like that bestie, feels like that person that you've known all your life, that you could just joke around with in the exact way that you want without having to like, oh, are they gonna get offended? Are they gonna think that like I'm going way too far and, you know, they're going to tell people that I make crazy jokes. No, you could tell that they both have that similar sense of humor where they like to say fucked up shit. They like to tease each other, but it's all in love. This is another thing that people get wrong about teasing. It's never a below the belt tease. In other words, it's never something where you want that person to actually feel bad about themselves. It's always going to be seen in a positive light. And that's why this is a perfect example. When Tana, you know, joked about him being old, she immediately jumped to say, but you look super young. Let's watch.
You go in there, wear a fucking hazmat suit.
I think your old man immune system just got a little weak.
My immune system's great.
Jeff just told me he's 31, and I'm really shocked about that. I never knew that until today. You have really, like, you look young.
Thank you. I drink a lot of water.
I just don't feel like that does it. Have you ever gotten Botox? Move your eyebrows.
So that's another thing that Tana does is, you know, he says, I drink a lot of water. A normal podcast interview would be like, oh, how much water do you drink? Oh, are there stats about water and good skin? Where Tana just goes, I just feel like that doesn't do it. And that's what two best friends would say to each other. Remember, when you enter any new friendship and you just treat that person like your best friend, like think of the person that maybe you grew up with, that to me is everyone's realest self. So if you could remember how you feel and kind of take that dynamic into everybody that you meet, like let's say you go to a party or let's say you go to an event, treat everybody with the best friend dynamic. And that doesn't mean that you're going to make best friends with everybody, but what it will do is it will reveal the people that could be best friends to you or somebody that you could be in a relationship with.
I'm really close with my best friend's family, so that void is definitely filled. They like took me in like a little street rat, and it's beautiful. You know, Thanksgiving at theirs. My own family though, tragic for sure.
It's like a Britney Spears situation.
Oh my God, like a conservator?
Yeah.
I often wonder if I need a conservator. Maybe I'd be better off with one. I kind of have like 8 though, if you think about it. Just people who like, yeah, totally, completely. You can be my conservator if I go too off the rails.
I'll keep all the money.
Yeah, I would.
So what happened right here is they're starting a little improv bit, right? So they're talking about a conservator, and she goes, oh, I probably need a conservator. And then she moved it to Jeff and says, you could be my conservator. What good improv is yes and. So Jeff is gonna take what she says, say yes, and then he's gonna add on top of it. So what did he say? I'll take all the money or something like that?
I was just gonna say you're gonna take
I would
all
take
my
99% of this shit
pull a
right
Jamie
here.
Spears completely.
Nah,
Duh.
What are we doing? How do we end up here in life? You know? I used to sell drugs here in New York. Now I'm here for Fashion Week doing Instagrams.
I think that's a good thing, and you need to rewire your brain.
I do need to rewire my brain.
Because in your head, it's like, those were the good old days, and this is awful, and it's corny.
Now these are the good old days.
So what Tana did right there is another part of this best friend dynamic. She is so honest with Jeff, but honest in a way where you could tell once again that she loves Jeff and she wants Jeff to be a better person. She's giving him advice in a way that only a best friend can do, in a way that only somebody that loves another person can do. And also a very astute observation by Tana. She notices that Jeff all the time is talking about his past, and then he always follows up with, oh, I can't do that shit anymore. Now, he's always half joking, but there's gotta be a little bit of truth to that. And I think Tana picked up on that, noticed that, and said, listen, you gotta stop. You gotta rewire your brain to see these as the good times. Do you notice how she said it in a non-critical, non-judgmental way? She has an incredible ability to do that. Let's watch it again.
I think that's a good thing, and you need to rewire your brain.
I do need to rewire my brain.
Because in your head, it's like, those were the good old days, and this is awful, and it's corny.
Now,
do you see how she's like maintaining eye contact with him, having this big kind of like goofy smile on, like they have this banter going on? And so Jeff knows that this is not judgmental. Jeff knows that this is not her judging, criticizing him. And so Jeff is going to feel really comfortable about Tana saying that. It's always in the intention. And I want you to remember this so much. You cannot start a healthy, positive relationship unless everything that you say to that person has the intention of love and not, oh, I'm going to be judging you and you're bad and I love you because no. Zero judgment onto the other person. That is why that the two of them are so close and are able to constantly be teasing each other, because once again, no hate, no judgment, no criticism truly underneath. It's all love.
we just went to our first fashion show. Tana and I went. A lot of people were mistaking us for a couple. I want to make it clear, it's not like that. We're just friends, and It's coming together. I feel like we got a good new alliance with Tana, a new friendship, a new bond that it's just different because it's a woman and it's a funny woman. She's talented and she's just cool. You know, who'd have thought?
There you go. Exactly. Everything that he just said is so on point. And you don't have to be dating, hooking up, have that sexual element in a relationship in order to be best friends with the opposite gender. It's completely possible. And you remember at the beginning of the video when I talked about communicating your intentions to that person so everybody is on the same page in the relationship? This should be with anything. Remember, job, friendship, dating. If you're dating somebody, you want to express to that person where you're at, what your intentions are with this person. Because while one person could think, oh, we're moving towards a relationship, the other person could be thinking, oh, this is just for fun right now. For these two people, I have a feeling they did discuss, hey, we're not hooking up, right? This is not how, we're not attracted to each other in that way, right? I have a feeling they had to discuss that because if that's not there, there could always be that lingering thought between the two of them where they're like, are they attracted? Could this be a soulmate thing? So I'm sure that they've done it. I'm not sure if I've seen it yet, but let's keep going.
NYPD, open up.
Arrest me, daddy. Damn, I was doing that like off camera.
See, they're able to do that type of stuff because it is probably established that there is no sexual tension between the two of them. So they could basically say whatever they'd like to each other. They could act sexual in front of each other jokingly because they know that Jeff is not going to take it the wrong way. Tana's not going to take it the wrong way.
Just call me when you get back to LA. And by the way, these walls are paper thin, so I hear you guys talking on us.
You heard me talk about your erectile dysfunction?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, let's go, let's go.
I don't need to say anything. Everything's been said. Perfect example of their relationship.
What is this?
Oh, no, that makes sense.
You're trying to quit smoking?
I did get those
so
because the vape is making me cough like to the point where I'm like literally embarrassed to be around
No
you.
way.
Like you're gonna make it's not even like my cute cough. It's like not cute.
Well, it's not open. Let's get that patch on you right on here.
I'm
Fashion
kind
Week.
of scared, Jeff. Like how you feel?
It's so funny you chose this method, a patch.
Paige.
It's just so Vegas fucking white woman should have patch coughing, still smoking with the patch on. Guess what I brought?
We're having a. What's that? Oh my! I brought one too.
All right, this time last year, last Fashion Week, we made the best video ever. Incredible.
You know what I'm thinking about? Jeff and Tana are both influencers that don't hang out with people that they don't vibe with. And this to me was the biggest lesson in my 20s. Once again, in my early 20s, I was always going for the people that I thought were cool or that could benefit me. Because of that, I was hanging around people that I didn't have a lot of chemistry with. And as a result, I didn't feel like I was being myself. I didn't feel like the cool, confident person that I wanted to be. Because I was hanging around with people I didn't like, because I was hanging around with people that I thought I should be hanging with rather than who I really wanted to be hanging with people that I felt the most comfortable with. If you notice, Jeff, he only is hanging out with people that he gets along with as friends. That's why he's hanging out with Tana. That's why he hangs out with Mike and Logan, and now he's hanging out with Ethan because they've found some weird type of connection together. Jeff only hangs with the people that he is interested in. The same goes for Tana. I stress this to you because this was all of high school for me. This was college, and this was early after college. I hung out with people that others thought were cool rather than people that I thought were cool. And that fucked me up. It wasted years of my life because I didn't have real friends at that time that I was making. It was only a little bit later on that I learned how to actually make friends as an adult. Yeah, I had my college friends, my high school friends, my childhood friends, but as an adult, I was having issues because I was like, why don't I like these people? And that's the other thing. I didn't even realize I didn't like those people. I thought it was me. I thought I was the problem. And I had to take a step back and go, wait a second. I don't like this person. I don't like these people. But it was that high school mentality of like, oh, I want to hang out with the cool people. I stress to you, please only hang out with people that you have great chemistry with. And the best way to figure that out is, like I said, treat everybody with that best friend dynamic. And it'll show you if they open up and you guys are just laughing with each other. That's the best rule of thumb to see if you guys are good friends. If you guys are laughing with each other, not just you laughing at them or them laughing at you. That is the best sign to see if you guys are gonna be good friends. Just like Jeff and Tana, if you notice, they're always cracking each other up.
Can you sew this for me? Kyle ripped it off. Do you know how to sew, woman?
So Jeff can't say that to any. If he was like collaborating with like another woman influencer, he wouldn't be able to make those jokes if he didn't choose his friends, right? If he was just saying, oh, I'm just gonna make this video with Sarah Plamidop, and I don't know her, but she's got 10 million subscribers, so I want to do a video with her. He wouldn't be able to make those jokes with her. He would be less himself. He would be less funny. He would be less entertaining and charismatic for the camera, and there would be less chemistry between the two of them. And it would make for a worse video, and it would make for a worse experience for Jeff and Tana.
You and Jeff are just platonic?
Yes. That's like my best friend.
No, but
Have you
okay,
ever-
I feel like it's like that on your part. I think that he would be more, based on what I've seen, like on the internet. It seems like he's just saying it's all platonic, but he would be more if you would give him a chance.
I guess I'll never know. And
Well, you could know if you really wanted to know.
Yes, I think there is something to be said about like valuing a friendship almost more than that, you know?
And valuing a friendship that has sexual tension.
Well, I mean, that pays the bills. You know what I mean? People love a slow burn. They love to watch it.
What she said was really impressive. It's more important for a real relationship than to just be hooking up with some influencer. That shows that that is a real friendship, and you could tell they're never going to like fuck around with each other. They're never going to disrespect each other, and they're never going to hook up with each other because that's not what they are. And I gotta say, making friends with women throughout my life helped me get better at dating. Making platonic friends, this goes against pickup artist, red pill, Andrew Tate dating advice. Making friends, best friends with women was one of the biggest things I did for my own dating life, because it taught me how to feel more comfortable around women. It taught me to understand how women like to interact with men. It taught me to know what women want in a guy. The biggest thing is it taught me that best friend dynamic that I could have with women. So if you've never made best friends with the opposite gender before, you might feel comfortable having the best friend dynamic with somebody of the same gender as you if you are heterosexual. But if you haven't, it might feel weird doing that with somebody of the opposite gender if you are straight. So I actually recommend it to everybody to make best friends with the opposite gender. It teaches you about dating. It teaches you about relationships. It teaches you how to have that amazing dynamic with the opposite gender. It teaches you how to understand them more, and it teaches you how to be more comfortable around the opposite gender when you are actually interested in that person more than just friends. So once again, if you want to suggest any videos for me to react to, go into my Discord. It's the link in the description, and go into the video ideas channel. Post what you want, but don't just post the title or, oh, react to Johnny Gipling. I don't know who those people are. It's not going to give me any interest to react to somebody. So make sure you post a little context, some video links that I could refer to see if this is the right video for me to make. Also, very soon, I'm going to be going to New York City every weekend, and I'm going to be filming a new series where I coach my subscribers in dating and social skills. If you're interested in that, join the Discord. You're going to see updates on when I'm going to be filming in New York City, where I might be coaching you live, telling you to actually approach people in New York City, giving you advice, answering your questions. Get into the Discord so you can get updates and know when I will be filming. And lastly, you can click on any of these videos here to see me react to Tana or Jeff in different situations. See you soon.